Hi everybody, and a very warm welcome back to my channel. It's Highland Gamer here, back with a brand new season of FIFA 21 career mode with Manchester United and its own world class difficulty setting. Now I've got a lot to let you know about, but before we get into anything, I just want to say to hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell. That's going to get you the notifications to make sure that you don't miss any of this season coming up, which I think is going to be a good season. Secondly, if you are enjoying these videos, I'd really love it if you give me a little thumbs up. Just lets me know that you are enjoying them, so I'd appreciate that. And I'd love to hear your comments as well. And lastly, this is the fourth season, I think it is now. So if you do want to catch up on any of the previous seasons, I always pop in a link in the description box below, so you can go ahead and check them out. But as I said, there's a lot to get you caught up on. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've skipped and played all the preseason friendlies, including the Community Shield. That didn't get very many views, those videos that I've done with the Community Shield, so I figured people weren't that interested in that, so there was no point making a video, so we'll just start from the start of the proper season. So here we go, guys. So the pre-season actually went really well, even though I lost the final on penalties against Bayern Munich. But there were some really big scorelines in there. You can see, look, we beat Bayern Munich 7-0 at one point. We beat someone 7-1, another team 10-1. So some really good scores. And then in the Community Shield, we had Man City and we beat them 5-3. You know what? They had a good first half, a good first half of the first half, if that makes sense. But then as the sort of second quarter of the game sort of came in, we sort of grew into it, and then it actually finished that first half 2-all. So we actually ended up effectively winning the second half 3-1. So I'd say it was probably a wee bit more comfortable than the scoreline suggests. Yeah, that's pre-season, and we move on to the Premier League and the season proper now. But before we do that, there's some changes I need to let you know about. My regulars can probably pick out a couple of names in the starting 11 that's new. First one is Arawa, if I've said his name properly. So basically, some of my midfielders and whatnot, some of the team was starting to approach the sort of later 20s into the sort of around about the 30 age mark. So I wanted to have a wee bit of younger players coming through. So I've picked up this guy. He's 25, so I've got a good few years out of it. I'll get a good few years out of him, sorry. He's rated 88, so he's only going to get better. And you can see if I come down here, like so Pogba is rated 88, but he's actually 30 now. So actually, he's probably going to get more game time than Pogba. And Pogba, if he gains too much, may end up actually getting sold. The next one to let you know about is Davies. So again, Luke Shaw, fantastic, but he was getting into his 30s sort of area. This guy is actually rated better than Luke Shaw, and he's actually only aged 22. So that was a really good buy for myself. They did give me a lot of money, by the way. It was something like 500 million or something stupid like that that they gave me. One that might cause a few sort of shocks is I actually did a straight swap and I actually got rid of Maguire. He was 30 and I wanted someone younger, and I've actually traded him in and got I'll see if I can find him in here somewhere. Here we go. It's Tanganga. So he's rated 78, so he's nowhere near as good as Maguire. But he's 24 years old. So again, someone else who's going to get better and better. So my starting centre backs now is Tapsoba at rated 25 and Lindelof at rated 23. But you can see, like, so Lindelof, he's 29, so I'm probably going to be getting rid of him next year. And Tapsoba is only 24 as well. So I've also got Salisu, if he's needed still, who's also 24. So you can see the average age of my defense is coming down, and there's a lot of sort of mid to low sort of 20s in there. If I go to likes of Mbappe 24, Haaland 23, Rashford 25, you can see the picture there. 23 for Sancho. yeah, 28 even for Fernandez, who's probably one of my older players now, and that's starting 11. So you can see what I'm trying to do now. But yeah, I may end up splashing the cash a little bit later this season or next season on like a really sort of top-notch centre back that's maybe between 25, sort of 28 sort of age. So what I'm going to do just now is I'm going to advance it on and we can see who we've got to play first. Okay guys, so it's game day and our first game is against Nottingham Forest. So obviously there's no point looking at form or anything like that in the league because no one's played any games yet. So just, Nottingham Forest, I'd expect us to win it, but you never ever know in this game. We'll just try and do our best. But before we get into the game, I just wanted to have a quick look for yourselves and we'll have a look at some of my targets. You can see at the minute I've got a popularity rating of 83, which is a wee bit low, but obviously it should come up. So I've got no objectives for the youth. Brand exposure, 25 games with at least 1 goal scored. Should be easy enough to do. We've already got that till 1. Sign 1 young players. I'll hopefully be able to do that at some point. Financial, so finish with 292.5 million. Got to win the Premier League and the FA Cup, and they want me to win the Champions League. And domestic success is critical and continental is high. So not exactly the easiest targets, but I should be able to do a decent amount of that. So the games that we've got coming up today for you to look forward to. So we've got obviously Nottingham Forest first of all. Then we're going to actually play in the Super Cup, which will be quite cool, against Ajax. And then to finish off this video, guys, we've got Arsenal in the league. So a big game to finish this video. So make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end to see if we can get that 3 points against Arsenal. So here we go, guys. We've arrived at our very first squad selection for the season. So basically, I feel like I've got my strongest 11 on there just now already. I'm liking. Look at that. Greenwood is now. How old is Greenwood at this point? He's only 21 and he's rated at 87 already. So it's not going to be far long before he's challenging for a regular starting place, I think. Excuse me. So yeah, I've got that's really good options to have Greenwood and Martial as my strikers there. So yeah, it's a really good starting 11, and I feel like the likes of those two and Pogba, for example, and Diaby on the bench, I've got a lot of attacking depth. Right, let's go and get straight into the first game. There we go then, guys. First game down, 6 goals. I don't know. I think it was about 5 different goal scorers, which is really good. And a clean sheet as well, which is good as well. So, yeah, a pretty much perfect start to the season. Only thing I would say is, especially once I took off my subs, I'm definitely going to have to defend better if I want to have many more clean sheets. Excuse me, but yeah, overall that was a solid 8, 9 sort of out of 10. So super happy with that, and we can now concentrate on moving on to the Super Cup. And just a reminder, guys, the last game of this video is going to be the Arsenal game, so make sure that you stay tuned to the end for that. Okay, guys, so it's match day again, and now we're going to go and face Ajax in the Super Cup. So we still want to put out a strong team, but at the end of the day, like I know it's not exactly seen as like one of the most sort of important trophies, but at the end of the day, I still want to win it because I want to win everything. So let's go and set the team up. So I'm actually going to put Greenwood on with Mbappe, just because I understand it's the tiniest bit of fatigue. But hey, Greenwood's a very good replacement, and it doesn't hurt to sort of have a little bit of rotation going on. Who else? Davies, again, a little bit of fatigue there, so I'm thinking maybe put Danilo there. And in fact, what I'll do, Davies can be fully rested, and I can actually have Brandon Williams coming on. Brandon Williams is a youngster, he's 22. So he's pretty young, and yeah, it's only going to be good to get him some game time. So that's going to be my starting 11, guys. Not changing it too much. And yeah, we'll hopefully have another good performance and get a trophy at the end of this game. guys, that's another game down, and that's another piece of silverware in the cabinet. So yeah. So the next game is against Arsenal. So we'll get that sorted out in just a moment. I just want to say as well, sorry, I told you at the start of this video about my transfer dealings so far. I think that is probably going to be all my transfer dealings for this window. But I do, as I say, want to try and scout out a top-notch defender that's not sort of, in the sort of 30s or something like that. So that may happen this transfer window, but it's more than likely going to be either in the winter transfer window or next summer. Okay, guys, so it is a match day, and if you needed any more sort of excitement, I suppose, for this one, I know it's only one game in, but I know some of the teams around us have played two now, but before they'd played two, it was actually United and then Arsenal were 1 and 2 in the league, so that must mean we had the best first day. Okay, guys, so this is the lineup that I'm going to go for. As you can see, it is back to sort of a normal sort of starting 11. The subs are slightly different. You can see James has come in there, McTominay's come in there. The reason that's happened is Greenwood, you can see, is looking a wee bit tired, and I kind of feel that between Rashford, Haaland, Mbappe, Sancho, Fernandes, our and then potentially likes of Rashford and Pogba and James being able to come on, that should be more than enough firepower. So I'd rather, with him looking a wee bit fatigued there, I'd rather just give him the entire time off. As the season goes on, I am going to need to make good use out of the whole squad, and there's no point in, like I say, playing players that aren't sort of that close to being fully rested. So yeah, that's the team I'm going to go with. I still think it's plenty good enough to give Arsenal a decent game and hopefully a win. And yeah, we'll just see how we get on. Okay, guys, that's enough talking just now. Let's go and play the game. Well, guys, that was a really good performance. Happy with that. Apart from there was a little bit obviously within the first half it went really poor, but apart from that, it got really good. I actually really enjoyed that game, and uh, I don't know if you just picked this up when I was playing it, but Mbappe and Haaland they scored and got the assist for each other's goals, pretty much all of them. So that's only got really good signs for later on in the season if they can keep that up. And what does it do for the table? Well, this is what it does for the table. Obviously, it's daft to look into it too much just now, but after two games, we're top of the table. What I would say is more important to do just now is look to see where we are in relation to the people that you'd expect to be challenging for the Premier League. So obviously Liverpool, they're in fifth, so we've got a 2 point lead on them. And then you're looking for the likes of Man City and Chelsea, I would say. So Chelsea, they're on 3 points, so they've obviously lost a game, and Man City, oh dear, they're on 1 point. Hopefully they keep that form up. I'd love that. But yeah, so that's where we are. But obviously, don't read too much into it. All it takes is one win, and that they you could go from being right down at the bottom to sort of mid-table or towards the top. So guys, this is what to look forward to next time. So we've got Everton to kick us off. Then we've got West Ham. So two potentially tricky games. And then we finish off against Tottenham again. So that'll be one you'll want to stick to right to the end as well. We're going to leave it there for now, though, guys. It's been an action-packed episode with a lot of information to pass on to you guys. Really hope you've enjoyed watching it. I've really enjoyed making it. And yeah, whoever you are, guys, and wherever you are, happy gaming and have a good day.